Hey, how's it everybody? Today Media Fanatics is at South Cape Distributors here in George. We are doing their digital marketing campaign, and I just want to show everybody the range of alcohol and liquors that they have here. It is amazing. I mean, look at this. Let me show you a little bit more in detail. South Cape Distributors has a lot on their stock sheet, but as a start we're only going to be marketing a few of their products and build from there. The cool thing about them is that they have products that nobody else has or can get, so to me that's awesome. We met up with Simone Visser, who's in charge here, and took us on a short tour.
This is our warehouse. We have everything from wine, beer, cool drinks, water. We distribute from here, and then we also have Corner Emporium Winery in Delhi, which is our retail shop in Blanca.
Do you remember when I said that they have products that nobody else has?
This is a 26-year-old.
26 years.
26-year-old, 1996, Shiraz from Alles Verloren.
Sure.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and it still drinks perfectly. Very like, a Shiraz is normally like spicy and like harsh. This one is smooth, it's beautiful. And you can only get it here.
Apart from importing as well as sourcing locally made products, they also make their own for the Corner Emporium. And speaking of, after the warehouse, we took a short but stunningly beautiful trip through George to the Corner Lifestyle Centre, which is where the Corner Emporium is situated. It's a classy little spot, and if you're a wine and alcohol connoisseur, you'd be in heaven.
This is Corner Emporium Winery in Delhi, and tonight we are doing a rum tasting. This is one of the rums we are doing tonight. It's called the Floating Dutchman. There's three variants in it. It's a Cape rum, a spiced rum, and a white rum. Now the Floating Dutchman has a very interesting story. Back in the day there was a pirate called Dutchie, and he was chased off the Flying Dutchman, that was captained by Davy Jones, and he was asked to walk the plank after a drunken argument with Davy Jones, and he floated all the way back to port, and he's the only pirate that survived getting chased off a ship. He was the inspiration behind the Floating Dutchman.
As Simone mentioned, the rum tasting was only in the evening, so we went next door to the Corner Club to have a bite to eat and to kill a few hours. Once the food have settled and we've had a little nap, we came back to the Corner Emporium to experience their first rum tasting. And what an amazing experience it was.
familiar faces tonight. Tonight we're going to do 5 rums on offer. So rum originated in the Caribbean, where the slaves in the sugar fields realized that they could ferment molasses, and they then started making rum. Craft rum, like we will be doing tonight, started in South Africa more or less around 2016, when the craft gin craze also started. That took off very well, but because rum is generally an aged product, it took them a little bit longer to perfect the recipe, and then in 2009 some of the first craft rums launched, which we will be having tonight. The first rum we will be doing is going to be the Phantom. You will see this lovely orange label with an elephant on it. And this bottle, or this product, is brewed by Cape Town Brewing Company, which is based in Cape Town. They also make CBC beer, which I'm sure some of the guys will be familiar with. This rum is called the mythical one, and it's called Elephantum because it was crafted in honor of the lone bull elephant that still believed to roam the Knysna forest. This product is triple distilled from pure cane molasses. It is then it's fermented or distilled in copper pot stills, sorry. And then it's then aged in bourbon casks for about a year. And because it is aged in bourbon, you'll see this lovely dark color that it gets from the cask. So I'm sure, has everyone had or gotten a glass? Okay, so take the glass, don't put your nose in the glass, just hover above the glass and inhale slightly. Keep your mouth open and inhale slightly. Okay, you should get notes of caramel, or earlier I smelled like a toffee apple, a caramel apple almost, but everyone's nose and palate is different. Then take a first sip, small sip, it is going to be a shock to the palate. So the first sip is just to shock the palate. The second sip, you should be tasting notes of cooked peaches, vanilla, apples, and very, very light spices on this rum. A dark rum, but this one is near and dear to my heart specifically. This is called Ramkat Ram. Okay. When I'm done, I'll quickly come and show you the box and the bottle. It is the label is just stunning. It's a little pirate cat with a peg-leg mouse on its shoulder. I think it's stunning. This product is made by Grunheim Wines. Who of you knows where Grunheim is? It's just outside of Oudtshoorn, so it's right around the corner. The family bought the farm in 1858, and there's been 6 generations that's made distilled products on the farm. Another few products that they also make that's also close, near and dear to my heart, is the Doringrosie gin, the Naaptanaki. They're all available in beautiful little boxes, and they make other products that is labeled under Grunheim, like Witblitz. They make some liqueurs, and they make just the stunning little products. So if you're ever in the Oudtshoorn area, please go visit them. It's a fantastic experience. The Ramkat Ram is double matured. So first they put it in oak casks, in American oak casks, for a year. And then just to make it a little bit smoother and give it that nice dark color, they put it in sherry casks, also for about 6 months. So if you smell it, you should smell a little bit more of a woody flavor. And if you taste it, again, please take the first sip, but really taste the second sip. Okay? You should get hints of, again, vanilla. You should get some cinnamon, and then also some citrus. Everyone ready for the third one? Now this is a little interesting story. Who here has ever heard of the Flying Dutchman, the ship? Everyone's heard of the Flying Dutchman. Think Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones. So this the last three that we're going to have, the first one will be the Cape Rum, which is the dark rum. Then we'll go over to the Spice and then the white. They're all made by Floating Dutchman, a Cape Town company. But the name Floating Dutchman actually came from... No, not from Dispatch. From long ago, there was a very famous pirate called Dutchie. He was well known because Davy Jones, he worked for Davy Jones on the Flying Dutchman. They had a drunken argument and he was forced to walk the plank. After that, he floated all the way back to port, and he was known as the only pirate that ever made it back to port after walking the plank. So Dutchie became famous. He then pillaged and plundered and he got a lot of treasure, but he never remembered where he buried his treasure because he was always drunk. He was much like Cocky. He was known to outdrink any pirate and he never remembered where his treasure was. Eventually, Dutchie retired in the Hottentots-Holland mountains and his dream was to craft a rum. I don't know if he achieved that goal, but in 2016, the company Floating Dutchman then launched and they started creating their rum. It took them 3 years to perfect the recipe, and in 2019, they brought out all three of these. So first tonight, you're gonna have the Cape Rum, which is the dark rum. This one is distilled from blackstrap molasses. Okay, it's aged in French oak. On the nose, if you smell it, again you'll get hints of vanilla and a little bit more spice and some oak from the French oak barrels. And on the palate, I'm hoping you're going to get some chocolate and caramel. Fortunately, it doesn't have a news story because it's also a Floating Dutchman rum, but this is the spiced rum. Okay. I heard I get some notes of hot cross buns on here, so I don't know if you smelt it yet, but it's very, very spicy. It is made from their premium base. It is literally just infused with some spices, which you'll smell, and then also with some Cape Town botanicals as well, which generally you find in a gin, like a gin is infused with botanicals, but they've infused their rum with some botanicals and then spices. On the nose, I was told you get citrus, some tropical fruit like pineapple and mango on the palate, but hot cross buns I think is the winner tonight. So on the nose and the palate, cinnamon, hot cross buns. There we go, it's Christmas in a glass. Enjoy. Licorice, I get berries, but it's lovely. Bronwyn. It's also Floating Dutchman, but this one is the white rum. Now what makes this one different is it's also distilled from blackstrap molasses, but they do it in column stills, so it's those long stills. This is not aged, and that is why it is clear. Who knows why this is clear? I start putting cask. And where does spirit get its color from? From the cask. So that's clear. It will be interesting because we just did a little experiment. So on the nose, what do you guys smell?
It's going to come with
Spirit. Slightly, smell it slightly, people. No, don't sniff it. Just smell it. What do you smell? It's actually not. It's 86 proof. 86. 86. Proof. No. 43% alcohol. 86 proof. So according to the experts, they say you're supposed to smell summer fruits and caramel. I got a slight fruity scent myself. Sam over here got licorice. Bronwyn smelled alcohol. Okay, so most people smell alcohol. Great. Now please taste it. First sip, and then on your second sip, tell me what you taste. Because again, Sam got licorice, I got berries. Bronwyn got alcohol. Terence has lost his sight, but
I've just tasted many people.
Smell it. It's really good. You did good.
we just decided it will kill COVID. So who wants a bottle? Anyone? Any takers? No? So anyone taste berries? No? Alcohol. Enjoy the rest of your drinks, enjoy the rest of your night. Please go to Corner Club and have a few. Okay, thank you.
Keep an eye out for the South Cape Distributors website, which is coming soon, which is also where you'll be able to order all these products and more. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.